But what if everybody who is homeless, who has no income, decides to steal?
This man is facing jail time, but what makes this case different is that for the first time in his life, he finally has stability and a real chance to change.
All right, the court is calling 2025 CR 004627 State versus Alfonso Lopez. Could I have parties announced?
Lauren Espinosa for the state.
Trey Maurer for Mr. Lopez.
And are you Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have you received all discovery and reviewed that with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Lopez, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do, Your Honor, and just for clarity, we entered a plea in this case already. We just came back for sentencing today. There was no
So you know
PSI.
what? They put the wrong stamp on this. Just a second. All right, then you're here for sentencing today.
Yes.
Let's see. According to your plea bargain agreement, the state is opposed to your application. Punishment is to be assessed at 2 years in the state jail facility. There's an $800 fine, and the state is taking in consideration 2025 PF 42484. That's your plea bargain agreement. Both parties agreed to waive the PSI and TAP evaluation. Is that correct, state and defense? All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
No, Your Honor, I just have argument. I have a letter up to tender.
All right, any objections to the court reviewing the letter?
No, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
And state, you're opposed?
Yes, Judge. Would you like my reasoning why?
Yes.
Okay, yes, Judge, I do believe that Mr. Lopez is not proper candidate for community supervision. He does have 8 prior convictions, including 4 thefts. So because of his history, Judge, I don't think he would be a successful candidate on this front.
All right,
May I proceed, Your Honor?
yes.
Judge, Mr. Lopez has spent much of his adult life homeless. Just so the court has an understanding of the timeline, this case happened in July of 2024. As the court read in the letter, in May of 2025, he was connected with this program that was able to assist him in finding some housing and stability. Based on my conversations with Mr. Lopez, I think this is the first time that he's really had an opportunity to call a place home and to have a support system, have this organization helping support him. If he is given an opportunity at probation, this, like as I mentioned, will be the first time that he really has a place to call home and to be at home. This organization is going to help him get his ID and other documents together so he can apply for his Social Security. He has not been able to get that in the future or in the past, I'm sorry, due to his homelessness and not having any form of ID. So this organization is really helping him get his life on a track that it's never been on before. And I think that if he's given an opportunity to prove that he can be a good candidate for probation and that he can take advantage of what this organization provides him, as well as any conditions that the court deems appropriate. Obviously, he knows that he would have to keep up with probation, to do whatever classes and programs the court orders. I believe that those accompanied with what he has from this housing project will allow him to be successful. So we're just asking the court to give him an opportunity at that. We understand that he does have an extensive criminal history, but as I mentioned, I think this is the first time that he's really been able to put his life on a track that it hasn't been on before. So we would just ask for him to receive that opportunity.
All right, you want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Alfonso Lopez.
All right, so why did you commit this crime?
Well, that I was doing kind of bad and I couldn't get my retirement,
Retirement from what?
well, my SSI, because I didn't have an ID
Oh, SSI for what reason?
for retirement.
No, I mean, what previous employment that you have the ability to obtain retirement?
Well, I applied for Social Security and they granted, I was granted.
No, let's go back. So this is my first question. Usually when people say they're seeking retirement, right? Sometimes it's because people have worked. So what did you pay into the system that you feel that you're entitled to retirement funds?
Well, I worked a pretty good amount.
All right, doing what?
I worked at Goodwill, I worked at a school district, I worked a couple of places for a couple of years.
All right, so then now back to my first question, why are you stealing? Because your criminal history is riddled with cases of your stealing.
Yeah.
So why?
I was homeless and I couldn't get my SSI because I had this case pending. And I didn't have no ID to go get I didn't have no money to go get my ID. And if I did, they were gonna arrest me anyway. So I had a no-win situation.
No. So what you just told me is that you couldn't get your SSI because you had this case pending. So we're still back to, why are you stealing?
Well, I didn't have no money. I didn't have no income, no kind of income.
So what if everybody who has no kind of income just decides to steal?
Well, I was homeless. I was down. I didn't have nowhere to go. I didn't have no.
But what if everybody who is homeless, who has no income, decides to steal? And see, people look at me and they think certain things, right? It's like everybody thinks that a defense attorney is a multimillionaire because they watch on television, or they think they're Matlock and they get paid $100,000 for every case. So I will tell you, I've been in situations where I've had zero money. When I was in law school, I had zero money for books. I had zero money to pay for food. And you know what I would do? I didn't go to the cafeteria and steal. I talked to the chef who made things. At some point, they brought in a chef and the food improved greatly. And I said, look, I'm a student here. I don't have any money. Can you help me out? And I could pay you at the end of every week or at the end of every 2 weeks. And you know what he said? Stephanie, I will. And so I would budget in my mind. And at the end of every 2 weeks, I would come in and pay him for the food that he gave me beforehand. So I don't know why people are in this mindset that, oh, I don't have anything, so let me steal. When I first came to San Antonio and lived in an apartment, I didn't have any furniture. I didn't go out and steal furniture. You know what I did? I made a pallet because I had a comforter and I slept on the floor. Had a lot of back injuries from sleeping on the floor, but I did it. I didn't go out and steal. So I don't think you're internalizing my questions because your history is riddled with your just stealing. And all of the thefts you've had cannot be, oh, I'm trying to get my SSI.
Well, I couldn't get it. I wasn't eligible to get it because I wasn't part of our at the age I was getting it at that time. And really, I don't have no excuse. The thing is that now that I got somebody helping me out, I could look at things better because I got a place to stay and I could work things out. But it's like you said, you have my past on. You could say nobody agrees to it. Yeah. But I'm just asking to see if I can get this chance.
All right. And do you have any drug history?
Yes, sir.
And what would that be?
It was heroin, but I ain't done drugs. See, I'm in a big wheel clinic.
No. So here's the thing. You need to be 100% honest with me right now, because I'm trying to figure out whether or not to send you to the state jail facility for 2 years or not. So you need to tell me the good, the bad, the ugly. I don't know why when, as a defense attorney, I would have clients, it's like you've already pled. You got to throw yourself on the mercy of the court. So what is your drug use?
It was heroin, but
How often?
it was an everyday thing. But I haven't used it in years. I went to this clinic, B-Well. I'm working with B-Well. I've been with them for about 3 years already. And then they've been helping me. They give me the Suboxones to get it over with. And I've been taking them for over 3 years already.
All right, state, you've heard his testimony. Do you have any questions of him?
No, Judge.
Did you have a chance to review the letter?
I did, Judge.
All right, does that change your request at all?
No, Judge.
All right, I'll hear your final argument.
Your Honor, like Mr. Lopez said, and as we asked earlier, this is the first time that he's really had an opportunity to get his life on a different track. In the past, it's been the same situation, jail, prison, homeless. He never really had an opportunity to have a place to call home and to have this strong support system, as well as the support system of probation. I think he knows that probation is not going to be easy and it's going to ask a lot of him. But if he's given that opportunity, it will just solidify that he's made some right choices finally and is getting on the right path. So we would just ask for him to be given that opportunity to show the court that he can be successful.
All right. Mr. Lopez,
Yes, ma'am.
always keep an open mind on everything. Looking at your history,
Mhm.
mentally, I was like, yeah, 2 years, state jail facility. But your attorney has done great work in getting a place for you to live. People will say in this court, probation is not easy.
Yes, ma'am.
The conditions I give are hopefully designed to rehabilitate. So these are your only 2 choices. You have no other choices. Don't ask for a third.
Yes, ma'am.
I can grant your application, place you on probation. You will be on probation for 5 years. Don't come to me asking for early termination because you're going to be on probation for 5 years.
Yes, ma'am.
And your underlying will be 2, which would mean if you were unsuccessful, you're still looking at 2 years in the state jail facility. Or right now, I'll sentence you to 18 months.
Well, Your Honor, I don't really gotta say so on this. It's really up to you.
No, here's the thing. Do you want the 18 months in the state jail facility? Or do you want to be on probation for 2 years? I'm sorry, for 5 years.
I'd rather take the probation because I need this. I need this housing and this help.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 5 years. There's an $800 fine. Normally I probate that, but you're going to pay that fine.
Yes.
There's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. Proof of employment or SSI within 45 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular random UAs. There's going to be a TAP evaluation in custody. Follow TAP recommendations. And there's going to be sober support meetings. Two times per week until further notice. 200 hours of community service restitution. He's going to do the theft course through CATS. And take in consideration 2025 PF 42484. Probation, is there anything else? No, Your Honor. Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Did you review this document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. You need to follow through on all of the conditions I've set for you. If you violate this probation, you're looking up to being sentenced to 2 years in the state jail facility. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Your attorney said, and you said that you want to change your life. This is your chance to do that.
Thank you.
All right, good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Maybe excused.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you. All right, the court is calling 2023 CR 10232 State versus Richard Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record, please?
Megan Galloway for state.
Alexander Kraus for the defense.
And are you Mr. Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning. All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and state's motion to supplement pending motion to revoke probation with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Richard Porfirio?
Porfirio.
Thank you. Gonzalez, who is placed on community supervision for the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle on December 19, 2023 for a term of 2 years. Is that you?
That is correct.
All right, state.
In violation of condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Richard Porfirio Gonzalez did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and October 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And we waive and abandon the remainder.
Any objections to the waivers?
No, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility and a $1,500 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
True.
No. Do you understand that if you have an agreement with the state, I'm not bound by any agreement that you've reached with them? Do you understand that?
I entirely know.
All right. So let me explain it to you this way. When you were placed on probation, you entered into a contract. That's what
Yeah.
probation is. It's a
Okay.
contract.
Yes.
And in that contract, it tells you what is expected of you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you just pled true to not reporting for several months.
Yes, ma'am.
So part of your contract was you were to report. Do you
Yes.
understand that? So the contract that you have is the contract, it's a contract between you and the court.
Yes, ma'am.
It's not a contract between you and your attorney or a contract between you and the state.
Yes, ma'am.
If it were a contract between you and your attorney, then we wouldn't be here because
Yes.
your attorney could say, you know what, I forgive you, we're going to keep going on.
Yes, ma'am.
So sometimes in motions to revoke, the state will negotiate with your counsel and they will say, hey, this is what we're going to ask for. Well, regardless of what the states ask for example, let's say in this case, the state were to ask for 180 days. I don't have to follow that because I don't have a contract with the state. They're not a part of this contract. I could say, no, I'm going to give you 2 years. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4? All right, the court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Judge, we're asking for revocation in 1 year in state jail.
All right. So, Mr. Gonzalez, you want to raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Richard Porfirio Gonzalez.
All right, so why didn't you report?
Was when upon leaving the program, when I got home, I found out that I was homeless and I was looking for my wife at the time. She was also homeless.
Since then, I've I got my own business now where I got Gonzalez Automotive, Gonzalez Tree Care and Landscaping. I got an apartment now. My wife is 3 months pregnant, so it's
I'm sorry, you said your wife is what?
3 months pregnant.
Okay.
So, I have my son as well that I take care of, and then I'm actually moving on, and
And how old
Trying to
is
get-
your son?
he's 12 now,
And who is with him now?
his mom.
Okay.
And then, but that's with his mom, and then I have my wife, who I'm with now.
So that still doesn't explain to me why you didn't report.
I was homeless and I was looking for my wife. And I didn't know where she was at. I had no source of communication with anyone. I messed up. I understand that. I was worried about my wife. Trying to find her. I didn't know where to look, how to find her, nothing.
But see, you'll see that you can look for your wife and try to find her, but you can't look for probation and go into probation.
I understand that I messed up. I wish I could get, I was trying to get past, of my mistakes.
All right, has restitution been paid?
No, Your Honor.
All right, probation, is there, in the original plea bargain agreement, it said that there is to be restitution of $2,000. Has that been paid?
No, Judge.
All right. And then this is not his first motion to revoke, is that correct? All right, and your previous motion to revoke, what was that for?
I was sent to another county at the
No,
time.
no, no, no. They don't file a motion to revoke because you've been transferred.
Right, when I got out of there, that's when I found out I already had a warrant set here for that.
No, 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 on your very first motion to revoke.
That's what I'm speaking.
All right, so
I had,
what were they saying you did not do in your very first motion to revoke?
I didn't report. But see, I was in another county and there was nothing I could do. I was in another county. I was in Frio County at the time.
All right,
So when I returned back to San Antonio, there was already a warrant issued.
all right. Your problem is you're not really on probation. And when I say not really on probation, you haven't done anything.
No,
So, this is what the court is going to do. The court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to revoke. The court is going to sentence you to 18 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. And did probation, did he successfully complete ISF?
Yes, Judge, 90 days.
All right, and I'll give you credit for any time served in ISF. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal? I'm sorry, State, you may be excused.
Yes,
Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
yes, ma'am.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on community supervision. I'm sorry, Ms. Abrams,
Yes, Judge.
was there restitution ordered or any restitution for Ms. Goodwin?
Judge. I do have the amount of $2,000 to Ms. Goodwin.
All right, and there's to be restitution of $2,000 to Molly Goodwin. All right, because this was not a plea bargain agreement, I'm going to repeat it. You do have a right to appeal. That right to appeal is limited to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you're under community supervision. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you, okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
In State of Texas v. Alfonso Lopez, the court conducted a sentencing hearing following an earlier plea in a felony theft-related case. At the outset, defense counsel clarified that Mr. Lopez had already entered his plea and was appearing only for sentencing, with both sides agreeing to waive a presentence, investigation, and task evaluation. The plea bargain provided that the state opposed community supervision, sought punishment at 2 years in a state jail facility, an $800 fine, and consideration of cause number 2025 PF4 2484. When asked to explain its opposition to probation, the state emphasized Mr. Lopez's significant criminal history, noting 8 prior convictions, and argued that his past record showed he was not a suitable candidate for community supervision. Defense counsel responded by presenting a broader picture of Mr. Lopez's circumstances, explaining that much of his adult life had been marked by homelessness and instability. Counsel stated that the offense occurred in July 2024, but that by May 2025, Mr. Lopez had finally connected with an organization that helped him obtain housing and support. According to the defense, this was the first real opportunity he had ever had to establish a stable home, obtain identification documents, work towards Social Security benefits, and begin building a lawful and structured life. Counsel argued that if the court granted probation, the housing organization, together with probation conditions, could provide the support necessary to make him successful. After hearing counsel's argument, the court placed Mr. Lopez under oath and questioned him directly about why he kept stealing. Mr. Lopez initially tied his conduct to homelessness, poverty, lack of identification, and his inability to obtain SSI or Social Security benefits, but the court repeatedly challenged those explanations, pointing out that poverty does not justify theft and that his criminal history showed a repeated pattern rather than a single desperate act. The judge used personal examples from her own life describing periods of severe financial hardship in which she had still refused to steal in order to press the point that hardship does not excuse criminal conduct. When questioned further, Mr. Lopez eventually admitted he had no real excuse and acknowledged a history of heroin use, explaining that he had used daily in the past but had been in treatment at a clinic for several years and was taking Suboxone. The court made clear that it needed complete honesty because it was deciding whether to send him to state jail or grant him a final chance through probation. Although the state maintained its original request even after hearing the testimony and reviewing the support letter, defense counsel made one final appeal, stressing again that this was the first time Mr. Lopez had meaningful housing, outside support, and a real opportunity to change course. The court then stated candidly that based solely on his record, it had initially been inclined to sentence him to 2 years in state jail, but defense counsel's work in obtaining housing and support had made the difference. The judge framed the decision starkly, telling Mr. Lopez that his choices were either prison or 5 years of strict probation. Mr. Lopez chose probation, telling the court he needed that chance. The court then found him guilty, imposed a 2-year state jail sentence, suspended and probated for 5 years, and ordered numerous conditions designed to enforce accountability and rehabilitation. These included payment of the $800 fine rather than probation of it, monthly field visits until further notice, proof of employment or SSI within 45 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors, regular reporting by Zoom or in person, random urinalysis testing, a task evaluation while in custody followed by compliance with recommendations, sober support meetings twice a week until further notice, 200 hours of community service, and completion of a theft course through CATS. The court also took cause number 2025 PF4 2484 into consideration. Finally, the judge advised Mr. Lopez that because this was a plea bargain, he had no right to appeal, and because it was a felony conviction, he could not possess weapons or ammunition. The court closed by warning him that violating probation would expose him to the full 2-year state jail sentence, and stressing that this probation was his opportunity to prove that his stated desire to change was real.